we're gonna get back into our plank step out. 2, 1, go ahead. Good, reach for the whole, we're gonna get the whole bottom of the foot onto the floor. And again, keep the hips nice and steady. Every time you have your straight leg, you wanna make sure that back glute is active. Straighten that leg out, extend the glute. That helps keep the pelvis and spine stable. Plant your whole foot and keep your hips nice and steady. And we're good. And get into our glute bridge reach again. And again, we're keeping our hips up off the floor. Keep your hips extended. You're gonna reach, roll onto your shoulder and reach. Make sure we don't lose any contact with our feet in the floor. Your pelvis may rotate, your hips may rotate a little bit, that's okay. Keep pressure in the field. You wanna feel like you're actively pushing with your opposite foot to push yourself into rotation. Lots of pressure on that opposite foot. Big butt squeeze on the opposite side, that's good. Then we get into our supine active hamstring stretch. We're gonna do a big knee hug. Keep lots of pressure between the knee and the hamstring. Big squeeze, extend up, big quad squeeze, drop back down, hug that knee into the chest, and we'll roll back out, hug the knee into the chest again. Same idea, we'll continue on. Make it hard to get into knee extension by putting pressure onto the hamstring, trying to keep yourself in hip flexion with your hands. Good, and we'll switch sides. Big hug, you got about 5 seconds till we start. Hug that quad, that knee nice and tight to your chest. Here we go, we'll extend up, squeeze the quad, keep the toe back as well. We don't want to let that toe go into plantar flexion. Keep it neutral, maybe even dorsiflexion to add a little bit of tension. Through the calf, which crosses over the knee joint. And every time you extend up, you really want to fire up that quad. Squeeze the quad. And you're good. We got 1 set left, guys. 1 set left. And our low intensity workout is in the books. We got a plank step out. And go ahead. Hips stay nice and steady. A little 1 second pause. Just let your hips sink in between your feet. When you get your foot flat onto the floor up there, get as much range as you can. If you can't get your foot flat, get as much range as you can. Challenge your range of motion while you're keeping a nice and steady pelvis and spine. Good. That's great. You can do a glute bridge reach here. Glute bridge reach. Keep the glute bridge, keep the glutes active. Push yourself into rotation. And keep your feet flat on the floor all the time. Big rotation across the body. Rotate all the way across the body here, up onto the shoulder. Reach as far as you can. Keep your glutes fired up. Actively push yourself into rotation as we reach across the body. Good. Last one, guys. Supine active hamstring stretch. Knee hugs in toward the chest. And we'll go ahead. We're going to extend up. Big squeeze. Drop it back down. Extend up. Big quad squeeze. We'll drop back down here. Good. Make it hard to get into extension. Have a little shaking going on in there, and that's totally good. You want to force your front side of your knee joint muscles, that's good, rest, to work in order to help actively extend the posterior side of the hamstrings. Last one, guys. Here we go. Big squeeze, lots of pressure between your hands and your hammy. Head rests on the floor. Tuck your chin in a little bit. Help lengthen out those extensor muscles through your cervical spine, through the backside of your neck. Big extension, squeeze the quad, extend all the way up, drop back down. Last one. Good. All right. Good. Hey, thanks for joining me today, guys. Really appreciate your commitment to to yourself, to keeping yourself healthy. I hope you enjoyed the low intensity workout today, and we'll get back at some high intensity stuff again tomorrow. All right, enjoy.